We live, baby.
Well, all right.
Welcome to the session.
What's up? What's up? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's up? What's up? What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's happening?
Don't look at my eyeballs. Put my TV on.
Don't look at me. Watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening, people? Welcome to the smoke session. Y'all already know what time it is. We got the dogs in the building. We got your big smoker in the building. I am Silent Child 17.
P360 in the building.
Top prison in the building.
And once again. Hey, yo, we gonna add some more shit. We gonna flip some more shit. We gonna keep fucking with y'all. You know why? Cause y'all fucking with us. We have the 50 subscribers, y'all. We got the 50 subscribers. Appreciate it. Appreciate
that.
Y'all come. Huh, chap? Tell somebody, huh?
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Like a virus, let it spread. Well, not a virus.
Share the love.
Nah, that's all.
I don't even want to say love because P. Diddy called himself love. So, you know, I don't even want to say that, chap. So I'm trying to be.
What?
Yeah. That boy changed his name legally to Love.
The slimiest thing in the world called itself
love.
Not. God damn.
What his name? Wait, say that again. What his name is?
Love. That nigga changed his name to L-O-V-E.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Chill out, bro.
Hey, man.
Nah, niggas just doing anything, bro. Like,
share, y'all. Comment, let us know what y'all think, bro. Because we in the building. We got some good topics for y'all today. And we going to have more and more coming from. Huh, fellas? What they thought we was going to give up? They must have forgot. Huh? They must have don't listen to Roy Jones. Somebody, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what they think, bro.
Ain't no giving up.
P360, what you got for
smoke crack, don't you?
Put that in the archive.
Hell yeah.
Find that Morgan Freeman, please.
Boy, find that
Morgan Freeman, please. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, what I got for y'all tonight, man.
Big Smoke DD504 in the building as always. Ricky Ridge in the building. Big Smoke.
I want to thank all our listeners and our followers. Like, subscribe, and subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. Getting tongue-tied. Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah, I'm saying.
LSS, please. So, what I got for y'all tonight, man, is kind of a follow-up because we kind of figured this shit was going to happen. Because
oh no, we know this shit was Go ahead, Pete.
Okay, I'm gonna take that back. We knew this shit was coming. We knew it was coming. Pardon my blunt talk. I'm sorry, y'all. We knew it was coming. We kind of predicted it in our last time we talked about this young man. I don't know how old he is. I'm gonna call him a young man. But we got a crooked preacher, Bishop Whitehead is his name, I believe. I'm right? Bishop Whitehead?
Yes, sir.
Whatever his name is. Oh, okay. So we got him getting arrested. And he done got arrested for tax fraud, I believe it is. I guess you could say money laundering. Embezzlement. Basically being an overall con artist.
Oh, so he didn't really pay for them suits and stuff he was wearing?
Nah,
the Balenciaga.
The parishioners paid for him.
Hold on, wait, that's Bishop. We got Bishop in the building. Hold on, Pete. We got Bishop in the building.
Robert,
what Bishop said?
Quit playing. Robert. I didn't do this stuff. This is not
me. Bishop said I ain't do it. Bishop said I ain't do it, dog.
Bishop, you gotta come to the front of the session, Bishop. P. Dot
Listen,
put you in front of the session. Go ahead, man. P.
Yeah,
Dot put
you are
leave it.
you on the radar, my boy.
Hold on.
He
Let me
got to
switch
catch all
my
this smoke.
audio. Y'all can hear the video?
Yeah, sir. We
I
can
ain't.
hear it. We can hear it. We
Let me
got you.
mute my, because my shit acting stupid.
Pastor who was robbed of
Y'all
expensive
can hear it,
jewelry
huh?
during a live stream church service has been indicted
Yeah,
on
we got you,
federal
bro.
charges and is now in custody. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Bishop Whitehead is accused of fraud, extortion, and lying to the FBI. According to the indictment, Whitehead convinced a parishioner to invest $90,000 of her retirement savings with him. He's accused of spending the money on luxury
I told
items.
you.
Prosecutors say
told you.
Whitehead extorted $5,000 from another victim and lied to agents about his cell phones.
This sample in the producer growth
All
kit.
right, stop all that. I don't care about none of that. Motherfucker, bye.
Nah.
All right.
Let's get to the meat and bread of the situation.
Okay.
Now, this man unconvinced one of his parishioners in the church. Go ahead and pull the article up, because, like I said, the article gonna give us.
I got you.
Yeah. So he done convinced one of the parishioners in the church to give him $90,000 of her retirement money. Now, what they didn't say in the news broadcast was that he told this lady he was gonna take the $90,000 to help her buy a house, but instead turned around and used that lady's $90,000 money on some bad investments and luxury items that he paid for. So that the $1 million worth of jewelry that he so-called got robbed out of at the store, at the church, was 90,000 of that belonged to that young lady. Amen.
Let me get his face up there, bro, right quick, because you know you gotta see your enemy. That's crazy.
That boy looked like the devil.
What he said? What he said?
It's a nice jacket.
I didn't do this stuff.
Am I wrong? Ain't that Louis Vuitton?
Fendi.
You going to jail, nigga. That's what you're doing. You going to jail because you took them people fucking money and you knew what you was doing. You knew exactly what the fuck you was doing.
He was showing y'all what he was doing.
Exactly.
Then he tried to tax scam his way out the shit and get robbed so he could fucking, bruh.
So he could turn around and say, I was robbed of this money. I was robbed. Would a man rob God?
That nigga see robbed. That's like saying I'm gonna take something and not take everything.
I want to hear some more. I want to hear some more about these shit.
He tripping, man. Pastor say I'm taking everything, man. You sound like a pussy. You tripping.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear some more on this. Was that the end of that clip? Did they have any more things about the arrest? Okay, because I want to hear some more about Round, because that suit looks nice, Jab. And I just
read his article.
Yeah, that's a nice suit. That's a very nice suit. You know, it's tailor made too.
Wait, no,
I don't think
if you notice, he got the suit.
I don't think Fendi designed those.
Fendi made that shirt with just the Fendi collar, but it's white, so he got the Fendi shirt on too. With the suit.
Hey, that's custom
Everybody
made right
ain't
there,
bro.
That
Niggas is wearing Steve Sauber. We gotta go to Burlington,
especially in the brown time,
and get the motherfucking Steve Harvey joint. You hear me? We ain't fucking with that.
You gotta
be
what I told you, bro. Say, bro, ain't nobody worrying about their cufflinks in the robbery, though.
I think this was my favorite case.
I remember when I was saying that. Ain't nobody worrying about their cufflinks when they get on the ground in the robbery.
No,
that nigga fixed his cuffs before he got on the ground. he adjusted his suit before he got on the ground.
I don't want to get my cuffs dirty.
You know how you pull your arms out to, to stretch out when you about to get down and reach for something? That's what he did. He got his arms comfortable to get down on the ground. ahead.
So
You said Thank you. Told y'all. I'm breaking this shit.
That nigga's stupid.
You gotta
got
watch
his
these
hands.
motherfuckers, man. You gotta watch them closely, man. That nigga that nigga a fool, man. 90 G's out of one person.
Man,
yes, sir, and 5 from another.
That's
Yeah.
sad
Oh,
as hell,
look,
bro. No,
I'm gonna tell you.
man.
I'm gonna tell you, it takes a lot of twists and turns. So
Think about
here's
that,
a
job. You hear me? 90, not
son.
90, 100, 90 G's.
bands, bro. Like the who's that's the banging caboodle like DD504 said. That nigga would have never made it to court because me and my brothers would have pulled up and it wouldn't have been you wouldn't have got there. Mama would have got her money back. Guarantee you that. What's wrong with you? Wouldn't have been no fake robbery. Wouldn't have been no fake robbery. Nigga would have abducted his ass.
Let's talk about the cell phones, fellas. So what y'all think is on them cell phones?
Child pornography. I'm sorry. Child porn. I'm going straight with it. I'm going straight with it.
Don't laugh, nigga. Your turn, P. P, what you say?
Yeah, I think he got a little more than just child pornography. I think he been sleeping with some people in the church.
Hey, so both of y'all think it's on some sex shit? I think it's on some transaction shit, like with the money.
Oh, of course, yes.
You gotta have those type of receipts and that goddamn phone. Yeah, you don't want nobody with your phone.
Yeah.
Your transaction.
Yep, he the dog, motherfucker. That's fucked
up. So here's what we got
them too.
So
They confiscated them. So you know what I'm saying? That's where all this shit sitting there.
Look, see how she go and show the fuck would be some furniture moving around that bitch. Fuck that.
It's Fizz beyond.
All right, so let's get into it, y'all. So we already know about the $90,000 of which he was taking the lady retirement money and spending it.
Like we've been on here long.
He is also accused of using threats of force to obtain $5,000 from a New York businessman, which the businessman gave to Whitehead, the court document states. Whitehead also allegedly tried to convince the same businessman to lend him $50,000. Oh, wait, am I seeing too many? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I saw 2 zeros. $500,000 and give him interest in real estate transactions in New York for favorable actions by the New York City government.
Cell phones. See?
That's what's on the cell phone.
Real estate transactions. Hey,
Now, we also got to take into consideration, look who is being implicated in this. Because remember, last time we talked about the bishop, it was said that he had connections to the mayor, right? So now look who we got implicated in this. Favorable actions by the New York City government, which could not obtain, which he could not obtain according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. FBI agents executing a search warrant were allegedly told by Whitehead that he only had one cell phone when in fact he had a second one. Can I get a little scroll up, brother?
See, too.
All right, right there. Slow down.
We getting on the bishop right now. P that second.
Yeah. So wait, take it. There we go. Take it down just a tad bit. Take it down just a tad bit.
All right, give me one. Wait. All right. You good?
Nah, cause the streaming sign still in the screen.
Oh, you see the baby. Oh, look, my bad. My bad, P. Dot. Look, my stupid ass should have been took that shit off. Got that shit saying live from StreamYard. Go ahead.
I didn't know that could be removed. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it say, as we allege today, Lamar Whitehead abused the trust placed in him by a parishioner, bullied a businessman for $5,000, and then tried to defraud him for more than that, and lied to federal agents. Damon Williams, U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York, said his campaign of fraud and deceit stops now. If convicted, Whitehead faces a minimum of 20 years in prison, court documents say. Whitehead's attorney, David Florio, denied the allegations. Bishop Lamar Whitehead is not guilty of these charges. He will be vigorously defending these allegations. He feels that he's being targeted and being turned into a villain from a victim. In a court appearance Monday, Whitehead was released on a personal reconnaissance on a $500,000 bond. The conditions of his release are
Wait, no. We not about to just skip past that right there. No, we not.
Okay.
We not about to just skip past that shit right there, bro. Now, see, that goes with what I was initially thinking or whatever, because Pastor Southall in New Orleans, he a Mason. People don't know that, but people should know that because they got the signs and shit all on the church. But I wonder if dude a Mason, like, cause these niggas that's the second pastor that then got caught up. That's the second pastor for around the same amount of money I won't see. I think Southall was playing with a little more. He ain't stayed.
Yeah, Southall was definitely playing.
When he came to get his ass, he gave up what he paid for with that money. He gave that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the other thing. You being released on a $500,000 bond.
With no reconnaissance, that means you ain't had to pay shit. You just walked out of there.
That's right. Now, remember who also is involved in this. Who had to pull them strings?
The feds.
Didi asking you a question too, P.
Oh, wait, let me okay, wait, I gotta go to the question.
I put it on the thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, there it goes. So wait, he had 500,000. Apparently he do, but he didn't have to pay the 500,000. When you being released on your own reconnaissance, that's just saying they trusting you to be good, or else they're gonna throw you back in jail. Exactly. And then you still gonna have to pay that $500,000 to get out of jail. Exactly. So that's what that means.
Yep, you the dog, motherfucker. That's what that means.
So now the reason I asked y'all that question is because remember, he promised the businessman favorable actions by the New York City government. Wasn't he in league with the New York City mayor when he got robbed and they were talking about all that stuff back then? So it is my presumption that the mayor it is my presumption that the mayor pulled some strings within the court and asked the court to show leniency to him. Because remember, this went from, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Whitehall already admit that he used to be one of them big timers in the street?
Yep.
And he reformed his ways and all that stuff.
Y'all ain't heard the little Caucasian kid was on he on social media. It's like one of them little viral clips. He talking about how drug money was used to build America. Because the banks was poor, they had to get the money from the drug, the drug people.
That's a fact.
I mean, poor people be poor, but they still got money for drugs if they need drugs, right?
No, Paul, you gotta listen to what we say.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, if the big wigs couldn't get the money together to keep the country running, they had to take money from the drug lords.
So that means, what about crime? Say it out your mouth so I can hear
war. That's for war. You talking about
the
war.
money that War and for the, well, think about it. The war on drugs and the real war.
At one time,
Right?
it was fair trade with this country. At one time, it was fair trade. It was a barter system. I think that's what we talking about. Like as far as we
Scratch my
had good
back, I scratch
commodities.
yours.
Not only having, not only we wasn't basically we didn't have the coca plants, right? We had the
Right.
marijuana plants, the sweet potato plants. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
It was a different trade. And if we talking about drugs, like the land was so fertile that you had these, you see what I'm saying? You had these fair trades at one time, but then they started all the other stuff. Like I said, just to sum it up, war.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. That makes good sense. So,
Yeah, because it go with what you're saying too. That's all. I'm just just
so I'm
boxing.
sitting here thinking about this, like y'all say, and Chop, run your question by me one more time, because you said you wanted me to say it out my own mouth.
Crime, like, since we talking that big, like, what crime fall at in that scale? You see what I'm saying?
Control
the minds of the people, because they're making you think. Just like Silent was saying the other day, if you turn the news on in Florida, if you turn it on in Georgia, if you turn it on in Texas, all of them saying the same thing about the murder rate and people dying and people getting killed. Every last one of them.
The numbers damn near matching up.
All of them got the team problem. Everybody got the problem with everybody doing the donuts and shit.
You peeped that, huh? Crazy, huh?
Come on, man.
I was way in Jacksonville somewhere. The same thing you said what happened around happened to somebody out there. I said, man, this shit, many people are fool out here.
You're not about to keep making
going
me
on.
think that shit real, bro. It's all a motion picture because it's on the TV, right? My bad. I'm sorry. Wait, what? I need a bomb.
Everybody want to be living that fast and furious life.
I ain't got it yet, so.
Shit, you played that crowd for me. Go ahead, hit that crowd for yourself, nigga. Go ahead, hit that crowd for yourself.
Hey,
give yourself a
2. Shout out to Chap Trey. That's what I'm talking
about. These people is serious, bro. These people out here, they serious, bro. And it's all a game if you fall for it. That's why it's all our shit tied together, bro. But we gonna get there. But it's all a game if you fall for it. It's like, man, that shit crazy, dog. But we so docile of a people and we love and trust so hard, son. That shit is hard to turn off. It is, bro.
Love is a very hard thing to turn off, bro. Especially when
that's why our people give their money to these damn pastors and shit.
Yep.
It is what it is.
It's
they don't know if that shit really gonna get them to heaven or not. They just, you telling them that shit, and it's a whole bunch of other motherfuckers saying the same thing, and you like, shit, that gotta be true. How many things as a child your parents told you found out not to be true when you grew up?
I can't say it because I got my children standing right here, but
I know you can. But you know what? I'm glad you said that, and I'm not talking about you as a bad parent or whatever. But you see the recycling though, right?
Yes.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
It's regurgitated bullshit.
Or the same
Pardon
thing.
My blunt talk, y'all. Pardon my blunt talk. So so
I think
Bishop
that's
Whitehead,
you got more.
Yeah, he got more.
You got more. Yeah. It ain't that much more. It's just like a little.
It's a little bit more, but
it's showing that Tory Lane shit, bro. We're not gonna talk about that. That's for another day. But
it also give you a little insight. So wait, what is this? Where they come from? All right, so so this is what he said. When I see them coming to the sanctuary with their guns, I told everybody to get out. Everybody just get out. Whitehead said in a video posted on Instagram at the time. Now they're talking about the robbery for those of y'all who don't know this. I didn't know if they wanted to shoot the church up or if they were just coming in for a robbery. In September, the bishop made headlines again when he was removed from his church by police after a video appeared to show him grabbing a woman and pushing her as he was preaching at the Brooklyn church when someone in the congregation started yelling inaudibly off camera.
This is not me. I'm fighting for
He
my
paused the
life.
service to respond. Oh,
He
okay,
was
yeah.
fighting.
So,
He fought a woman.
he fought a woman.
Robert Fitt, y'all quit playing. Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my
In case
life.
y'all don't remember, Whitehead, if you don't remember Whitehead, we had you. I showed the camera when you was pushing on. You pushed her out the church. Whitehead, remember?
By the neck.
Right, you pushed her from the.
You pushed her out.
Whitehead,
God damn, bro.
you gotta pull on the lady wig off her head. Whitehead. You had a full Balenciaga suit on, nigga. You had the custom-made Balenciaga made from Dapper Dan himself.
At another time. I saw some.
You had 7 to 12 people in the church when you cut up on that lady, man. Everything else was YouTube views.
Look, the people said, that boy said, and the church said, amen.
You remember that shit? Remember that shit, John? Hey, man. Sister, come. What's wrong, sister? Come on. This nigga went to cutting up, man.
Man.
Little Jimmy the Cricket, little black mosquito bug looking, fake ass acorn looking.
Bro.
You put your hands on a woman. His wife in there right there in the front row. She about to try to whoop the wife ass, I guess. He gonna come his bitch ass and try to snatch her and that shit with his security behind him. Big buff ass 1974 football playing that niggas, man.
That man down bad, son.
I'm trying to tell you, man, you already know, man.
Bro, dude on
yeah,
short trip. Short trip to that special place, man.
Come on, man.
They say it's a highway in heaven, but it's a short.
Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Dang it. Come on, man.
He on a fast track to that other place. And it ain't heaven, I'll tell you that much.
P. Dot, you got 2 minutes left.
So, what do y'all think is really happening with that whole situation? Y'all think he got something going on with the mayor, and that's why so much easy peasy type stuff is going on? Because I really believe him and the mayor got some business actions going on.
It's all tied up together. Yeah, that's what I think.
Because I remember the mayor too, us talking about that and how they was funding and him getting cahoots with him with organizations and stuff too. So there was lanes. Yeah, there was lanes made for him. Definitely. He definitely made some lanes. He got the gift for the gab. Because he come out of jail with it. Remember, he come off them charges already. Right. That's what he do.
I don't think that he not being found guilty or nothing. Like they know him guilty.
He is. He gotta be a Freemason.
They got them phones. That's the man. He's a rapper.
That's why they jail, bro, like that. That man a Freemason, bro. Fuck that.
They got a lot going on with that one, bro.
That's a good point, home.
That'll be a good thing to find out, though. I see that much. That'll be a good thing.
Because connections is. I mean, it is. Like I said, it's definitely lanes made for that.
You ever really shake one of them dudes' hands for real before?
I wouldn't even know. He ain't gonna lie to you.
Son, I'm telling you, son, that shit is different. It's different. It's different. South Hall got a certain way. He do that shit every time. Like, ain't no way it be the same way every time. Like,
P. Dot, you could have another not to cut you off, Ron, but P. Dot, you could have another 10 if you want to do the way I see it right quick. If you had something you had for that. If not, it's all good. I would just
I just was letting you know you was
putting
close.
you on.
So-
But yeah, with the Freemason thing though, yeah, child, bro, you right though, bro. Because like I said, with certain things, it be strange, but you don't know it's strange because you never met this person before. So it's like, oh, okay, like usually it'll just, I don't know, you have feelings. I'm gonna say it like that, but you don't really.
Right.
I'm gonna say, all right. So the way I see it is this: he's definitely got some type of connection going on with the mayor or somebody in high places in the government, right? He either got them over a barrel doing something they ain't had no business doing, or he knows something about something that can help them in the future, right?
The only thing I would add
Put that boy picture up there, child. Let me see that.
is
Let
that
me see that
he
fire
they
suit
dealer.
again, man. Let me see
He
one of
they
them suits,
dealer.
though.
He probably
He gotta
bringing the
be
most.
their dealer, bro.
He they dealer.
Cause they
He bringing
already
in the
done,
most shit in that bitch.
they already done said, dude don't have no more than about 25, 30 people in the church.
Y'all don't watch The Shy? Don't that nigga look like your boy from The Shy?
No, guess what? You know what that boy really, really look like?
That boy do look
Remember
like your boy
Roger
from
from
The Shy.
What's Happening?
It's damn show family
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that's what he look like.
That nigga look like
Who look
Roger from
like?
What's Happening.
Roger.
That boy do look like Roger. Or The Wire. Yeah, The Wire too. The Wire too, bro.
Wait,
You gotta
what?
think about it, bro. The shit all
who-
tied together. They
Bro, I
showed
wouldn't
that
be a
on the
bit
show.
surprised. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this dude is using that church as a front operation, and the 25 people that be in that church be people that he be selling the dope with.
That's the way you see it, Pete. Because the way I
That's
see
the way
it
I
is,
see it. That's the way
I
I see it.
see it as this nigga is De Pablo Escobar, nigga. Like
The
this
dope,
nigga,
all right, that's what I'm saying.
he the dope man, nigga. The dope man, nigga.
Dope man. It's not about a salary, it's all about reality.
The dope man, nigga. The dope man, nigga. Yeah. And that man done paid for some shit. That's what happened. He didn't pay for
90
some shit.
G's.
He paid
He
for some
paid in
shit.
full. Oh, that's
He
another
paid
good
for
one.
something.
The
He
boy
paid
paid
for
in
something,
full,
son.
man.
They needed something,
One
and he
verse.
paid for that shit. Or he was there, like you
They
said.
ain't
He
had
seen some
nobody in
shit.
that church, though. They ain't had nobody in
That's what
that
I'm trying
church,
to tell
though.
you. They don't never had no more than about
Secrets,
25 people in the
And
church.
his suits
secrets
in there
really,
cost more than the building that he got the damn
son,
congregation in.
secrets cost more than that nigga
The
suit
man
in that
had a
shirt and that chain.
SUV Rolls Royce. The joint gunner dipped in when he got out of jail.
Yeah, nah, son.
That's the one. That's Bishop Whitehead got one of those. That's the one he ride.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But see, you know what? If he got the thing about that is you can have those cars if you got the business things and shit, because you could text write that shit off. Master P just said that shit. I seen him say that
Because certain
on Earn Your
SUVs,
on Earn Your Leisure. If it's
certain
6,000 pounds, if it weigh more than 6,000 pounds or
that's
some
right.
shit like that,
That's right.
you can boom. That shit get you, for the people. You know what I'm saying? Go get them free cars, bro. I'm trying to tell you, because I'm trying to go get one. A van, fuck it, a Sprinter, something. They gonna tax write it off. I mean, it's not illegal.
Take
You're
advantage,
doing what
man.
they
Yeah,
told you to do. You know
you
what I'm
see
saying?
this. You see with this big head Jimmy the Cricket, Sammy Davis
Come on,
Jr.
man.
looking ass
But
nigga
see, that's
doing.
the thing, son. He'll have that money and say if something happened, right? That's just like when Katrina happened down here, bro. We had niggas that was taking buses and shit, stealing cars and shit to bring other people they ain't even know out of this bitch. He'll be gone already with his money and shit. You see what I'm saying? You ain't trying to help nobody or save nobody or no shit like that, man. You're a fucking
Man,
crook.
that man 5'7", bro, stealing money from old black women
Come on, man. Is you serious? I would have never took that lady money.
This nigga over $90,000 in this lady money, man. How
What he
you?
said? Wait,
What
what he
else? Look,
said?
what else did he take
$70
besides the
million.
What's
$90,000?
my shit? Holy,
That's all like a
holy
bullshit one.
smokes.
That's what he said. I could hear him
That's what
saying
he.
that. I could hear
That's
him
what
saying that
he's
to that
man
lady.
saying.
Man, that's
That
fucked
lady
up.
probably
You
was
heard
like, "You
me?
need how much?"
That
And
boy
he hit
said
her
home
with
for Jesus.
and he need the shot. And he hit her with the shotters, bro. He had to, bro. He had to hit her with the shot.
Yeah,
That's
bro. He hit it
crazy,
with
bro.
the shadows, though. That's fucked up, bro.
He looked like Max a little bit. Ugly, ugly Spider-Man. Boy, here, then he gonna
Back
Yeah,
turn
back to
around
the
with that
Spideyverse.
guilty ass look. Look at this motherfucker.
he ain't doing all that fight when they came with that tax shit. When that
Nigga, the
fucking lady,
guilty Spider-Man.
when they came in that church, he wanted to fucking
Robert Fitt, y'all quit playing. Quit
Strong
playing.
arm a bitch.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
that's what he was saying in that church. But when they came with that tax shit, that nigga went to jail and walked straight out that bitch.
And you using it's always them dudes that be talking about the poor people, bro, and the people that really don't really like understand certain things, right? They
Right.
take advantage of that shit and then look at other motherfuckers like they tripping, like they not like nobody's supposed to say nothing because you doing that shit. Bruh, you wrong, bruh. Like ain't no way
Big
around that,
facts.
bro. Like
Big old
that's
facts.
like come on, man. That's like come
That's
on,
the
bro.
way Silence
You
said,
don't
baby.
do that, bro. Like
You can't
the way
do
I
that,
see it,
bro.
bro. You know your raggedy big face, little glasses wearing that catch them women on their vulnerable side, telling them about Jesus, what they need to do to build him up, to make him better, so other people can listen to his ragged ass spread the word. Invest in your ragged ass, and they could have been putting that into something else, like Chop be saying. You know what I'm saying? Look forward to self, but that trustworthiness come into play because we are God's people, bro. This is why they so easily swayed,
Manipulators.
because we are them spiritual people, dog. And these evil motherfuckers know this, Jack. That's the shit I be talking about. And it's easy to take advantage of God's people when you mention anything that got to do with anything of his name.
Facts.
And this Spider-Verse, what you said, what you call them, Peter?
Back from the Spideyverse.
Back from the
Back from the
Spider-Verse,
Spideyverse.
past the
Man.
raggedy ass black black consumptual niggas is man, nigga is a
What's your boy
succubus, bro.
name was? What the one
And he need to be dealt with, bro.
Venom.
Before somebody kill him, bro.
Venom. That's that boy name.
He damn
This
sure
Renum
is a false
Spoons.
prophet.
Renum Spoons. This nigga right here.
Yeah,
This
that's
Renum Spoons.
definitely a false prophet.
Somebody gonna
bro.
deal with him, chap. I'm telling you, bro. Somebody gonna deal
deal
with him.
with him.
Somebody
You
gonna
playing
get
with people, grandma and all that. Come on, man. False prophets, they will be here in these times. Man, there's so many of these raggedy motherfuckers wearing this bullshit out here showing you that they stealing from you. You gonna talk about the white man and all that shit, but you got Nike headbands on and shit. Get your goof ass on, man, with that dumb ass shit, man. Don't
I
preach to
hope
me
y'all
about
paying
nothing you
attention,
doing.
man.
Like people gotta start paying attention to like a lot of this shit, man. Don't let nobody flash. Don't let nobody flash they bad deeds in front of your face like this. And then look at this like this something you supposed to look up to. Fuck no, man.
Shit.
He's on the main line, man.
Get a light of mine.
He's
Yeah,
on the
he
main
that's
line.
Let it shine.
That
That's
nigga,
that's that look.
he got the railroad special suit on. This nigga,
That's
he got
that
the
look.
railroad special
Ray
on.
gave Claude when
Yeah,
he
I
was
did it.
about to
And
run.
what you gonna do?
That's
Look,
that
yeah,
look
I
Ray
did it.
gave Claude when he got his watch
Man,
back.
come on, man. He looked like he about to get shot. Look at his partner, like he just waiting on it too, chap. Yeah, somebody
Mhm.
gonna kill him.
shit.
Looking like Jesse when Martin got hit. Come on, man. Look at this nigga, man.
Let me
That shit
step
crazy.
off for a second. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
You could hit that, man. You could hit that. You could hit that fair use on him, child. Hit that fair use on him. You can run. You can run mine.
We're gonna give them a little vibe right quick, man, because they got some sick
This
ass shit
man
going
here,
on
man.
in
I'm
this
about to start
world,
stabbing
bro.
the sleeves out of him. I'm getting warmed up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him off the screen, bro. Go arrest Omar, his looking ass. Fuck, that boy look just like Omar. Stupid looking ass. This belongs to me looking ass. Damn, you hear the combo now. Shit, they could go off on his stupid
He
black
said looking
ass.
like the black water boy, huh? Stupid he looking back like, yeah, you know you did it. You know you did it.
I won't hear nothing.
Somebody told his ass, I'm gonna whoop your motherfucking ass. That boy look back. That's what happened. He said, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. And that nigga look back. Nigga hit his ass with that flash. Click. Fucker. Get him out the community, man. He don't need to be around there. Go around them other people who really be doing that and try that shit.
Exactly.
Show me your big dog status. Show me how you get it from the ground up. Let Jesus carry you, like you were saying. Let them go ahead. Go around there, that's it. How would they tell you? Come on, man, for somebody donkey slam your fucking ass, man.
Wait, huh? They say you talking to me. Ooh. What you talking about, Rick?
Rick, what
you talking about, Rick?
I'm talking about. Huh? I'm talking about the pastor. How he looked back on that fucking picture, Rick. You see how he look back, man. That's what the nigga told him. I'm gonna kill you, nigga. That nigga look back. Hell yeah.
Man.
Shit. Yeah, that's how he was looking.
Right.
Man, you see how that boy look, man, with the fire ass glasses on with the feeling. You see that boy neck? Man,
look, if he would have said you talking to me,
that nigga was goosenecking. You call that shit the interstate. What you call that shit on the interstate? Goosenecking, huh?
Yeah, I'd have goosenecked his ass, all right. I'd have hit him right on top of his fucking head.
Chop, that probably was you. That nigga Chop had that thing on him and told that nigga, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. He looked back.
I'm gonna swing
you
first.
Got my mama's money.
You
got my mama's money.
You's got to go. Mama Booney. Mama Booney.
He was a slave. He was a slave. Rich. It was a slave that jumped out of the time traveling machine and said, "You got my mama's." I'm gonna leave that alone, Rich. No, man, you did. That nigga Rich said, "Who, me?" I went off right quick. I told Chop get that nigga off the screen.
Wait, man. I'm supposed to be adding the motherfucking thing. I'm adding something else.
Shit.
My stupid ass.
That was hilarious.
Tripping.
Yeah, man, they had a fire town called Kowaliga, people. Did y'all know that? They had a fire ass town called Kowaliga. Where it was like they say what doesn't exist as a historically black community and not like a HBCU. It was actually a thriving area that they created themselves. You know, and it's a big video I got coming up. They're gonna break down everything, but I just want to give y'all a little subtitle on it, just, you know, let y'all know where we going with it from here. You know, nice little piece. I wanted people just to see the advancement of people and what we actually come from instead of the stories that you've been told most of your life, you know. And a lot of these bits, you could actually put a lot of the pieces of the puzzle together for yourself. I know Chopper probably agree with me with a lot of this. I also wanted him to see how doing it from the ground up and actually doing your own thing, it's still has its setbacks because of other entities that just don't like you, right? Like I just hate your ass. So yeah, y'all peep it out. Let me know what y'all think. Either between it or in the comments, y'all could comment whatever y'all see. If anything stand out to y'all, let me know. Y'all want us to pause or talk about anything, any questions, you know what I'm saying? Or Chop you too, you know what I'm saying? If you listening to, yeah, you know, we could just run it.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm about love. Yeah.
Lake Martin, the Pearl of Alabama, with 880 miles of shoreline.
Why is it still playing? Stop, bitch.
Is one of the largest man-made lakes in the world. But if you ask anyone down south, it is also one of the most popular destinations in the Cotton State. So, whether you're into adventures and heart-pumping activities, or looking for hiking trails and stunning viewpoints, or trying to enjoy the slow tempo of the South,
that's what it is
spiced
today,
with a bit of comfort food, Lake Martin is a place for everyone to enjoy. One of Lake Martin's landmarks is the famous Kowaliga restaurant, sitting far out into the lake on a peninsula. One can recognize it by a tall wooden statue of an Indian standing in the front of the restaurant. It's the very same wooden Indian from Hank Williams' song, Kowaliga, the story of a wooden Indian who fell in love with an Indian maid. However, not many people know that some 80 feet beneath the waterline lies the town of Kowaliga. Even though one of the rare prosperous majority black communities in the South at the turn of the 20th century, Kowaliga is now nothing more than another chapter in the less-known history
Chop,
of the
look how
United
fast
States.
it went from
The
Indian
history
to
of
black.
Kowaliga is a short but fascinating story of a thriving black community. It's a tale of a group of men and their families determined to build lives out of the ashes of the Civil War in the racially segregated South. And just a half...
Wait, son. Time out. I'm about to find this clip, but I'm gonna let the video play. But what they just said, I seen a fucking clip on that shit today on Instagram. I'm about to look for it.
Century, the hardworking black men and women turned a neglected land along Kowaliga Creek into a promising industrial and farming community. Its development, however, was interrupted by the same progress they strived for. Kowaliga and the entire area along the Tallapoosa River found themselves in the way of the Alabama Power Company, which in 1916 obtained the right to build a dam on the river. When the dam was finished in 1926, life for the Kowaliga community and other settlements along the river ended. Once the dam gates were closed, the river flooded the area and sent Kowaliga into the depths of the newly created Lake Martin. Back in the days after the Civil War, Alabama was still a dangerous place for black people. Even though President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, many black slaves were still held in bondage in Alabama and other states of the South. A slave named John, who worked on a plantation in Kowaliga Creek, had become a free man after the war ended. Free, but all alone, John decided to build his life from scratch. He took the surname of his master, James Benson, and went to look for his lost sister. During the age of slavery, it was a common thing to separate family members. John's sister was separated from him when they were still children and was sold to a landlord in Florida. John undertook a risky endeavor, wandering the lands of Florida, but was finally rejoined with his sister. Together,
the Producer Growth Kit by Wave Grind.
Producer Growth Kit of the Producer Growth Kit. These are the best melody loops I've ever heard in a pack. The best.
The Legacy Beats Producer Growth Kit.
The pack contains over 3,000 melody, drum loops, sample loops, MIDI.
The two of them returned to Alabama, where John found a job in Cahaba Field coal mines in Shelby County. Mining coal was a difficult job, even for the work-hardened man John was. He was paid only 60 cents per ton mined, but managed to save $100 by 1880. It was quite a large amount of money for anyone at the time, let alone a former slave. The money was the initial capital that John Benson used to buy land along Kowaliga Creek. Good crops and the favorable price of cotton allowed John to grow his wealth. Finally, after a decade of hard work, he had enough money to buy 160 acres of his former master James Benson's land. the land that was part of the very same plantation where he used to work as a slave. John was anything but an idle man. He worked day and night on his cotton farm. Unlike the old times when he worked for food and shelter, now his hard work paid off. By 1898, John Benson accumulated substantial wealth. He had over 3,000 acres of land, a brickyard, a sawmill, a grist mill, and a cotton gin, with a compressing mill. Along with 40 other families, both black and white, he planted corn, cotton, and sugarcane. 1,000 acres of his land, covered with pine, oak, and hickory, provided abundant resources for the sawmill. Once an enslaved man, John Benson was now a wealthy landowner. His most significant wealth, however, was the community of farmers he created. Each of them had a job and a house of his own. There was even a tiny cabin schoolhouse where kids were provided basic education. It was something most black people in the South could only dream of. The community John Benson created was just an indication of what Kowaliga was about to become. John's son, William Benson, inherited his father's vision of creating a prosperous black community and took it to a higher level. William was one of 3 children John and his wife Julia had. John insisted all his children were provided a proper college education. William started his education at Fisk University and finished it in 1895 at Howard College in Washington with a Bachelor of Arts degree. Even though people expected the young man to stay up north and build his career in a more emancipated environment, William decided to return home. The desire to improve a community his father started to create was stronger than anything else. In 1895, when William returned home, eager to build up his community, Alabama was still far from an emancipated society. However, the period between the Civil War and the turn of the 20th century was marked by some progress in relations between blacks and whites in the South. One could have even seen both sitting together in a restaurant or a theater. On the other side, in 1895, at least 8 black men and women were lynched in Alabama. For this reason, William's ideas were even more important for improving the conditions of life for the black people in the South. Being a man of education himself, William knew that the only way to reach prosperity was through education and started collecting the funds to build a school. William's father, John, recognized his son's ideas and helped him by donating 10 acres of land for the school campus and lumber for the school building. 2 years after the project started, the Kowaliga Academic and Industrial Institute was finished. William managed to gather some prominent names in the school board, including Clinton Joseph Calloway, the school's first director, and Booker T. Washington, founder of Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute for Negroes. The peculiarity of the school was that its goal was not to produce highly educated students. Instead, William intended to train the students for life and work in their home community, and prepare those ambitious to gain additional education in more developed educational centers. He thought that skilled and educated workers were necessary to build up the economy, which would spur the community's overall progress. To achieve this goal, in 1900, William Benson organized the Dixie Industrial Company, an enterprise where students could put their training into practical use. Such a company was planned to take the Kowaliga farming community to a new, higher level, transforming the natural resources into finished goods for sale. In the same way, he established the Kowaliga Academic and Industrial Institute. William did a marvelous job setting up an industrial center for the village. Dixie Industrial Company comprised one of the most modern sawmills in the South, the largest turpentine distillery in the region, and a cotton ginnery. The company's farming business spread over 10,000 acres of land and employed 300 people, of which 30 were whites. Black and white families of the Kowaliga community lived and worked in relative harmony. William's ideal was to secure a job for all of them, including children in the school. His plans went far beyond this, as he wanted to attract black people from other villages to come to Kowaliga. In 1898, he declared an intention to spend more of his own money to build a new community for poor black families. He hired William Gray Purcell for the job, at the time a student of architecture, and got the sketches for the dwellings and the town center done. Unfortunately, the project was abruptly abandoned when an angry white mob, jealous of Benson's wealth, lynched a black man and stormed William's house. The setbacks were many, as most white folks were unwilling to see the Kowaliga black community thrive. William Benson, however, never backed away. He never lost hope for a better tomorrow, not even when Kowaliga Academic and Industrial Institute was burned to the ground. Instead, he started it all over, gathered contributions, and ultimately built a new school campus.
Started it over, Chop.
To William's plans
Come on, man. Talk to me nice.
Community. One of the things that they still lacked in the first decade of the 20th century was proper communication infrastructure. Kowaliga was connected to nearby towns with curvy, often muddy mountain roads. It affected not only the transport of people, but of goods as well. The solution was to build a railroad. William got to work and convinced several English and Canadian firms to finance the railroad that would connect Kowaliga with Alexander City.
He died. He wasn't playing.
The first black-owned
I'm
railroad in
telling
the
you,
United States was
that
opened.
boy say,
16
"Oh,
miles of railroad
I'm not
connecting
fucking
Kowaliga to the
around."
Alabama Railway Network allowed Dixie Industrial Company to transport lumber and other goods to large trading centers and seaports. The railroad proved itself a great success as Dixie Company began exporting goods to Europe, with Germany being a major customer. That same year, the
Like the Huey
downfall
P.
of the
Long to
Kowaliga
me.
community began. When the war started in Europe, the Atlantic port was closed, and the Dixie Company lost an important market. In the following year, due to financial problems, William Benson lost control of both the Kowaliga Academic and Industrial Institute and the Dixie Industrial Company to the Board of Trustees.
How?
His already aggravated
Look,
health worsened, and in October 1915, William Benson died. He was buried on the campus of the Kowaliga Institute, the place he invested his whole life into. In 1916, the Alabama Power Company obtained the right to build a dam on the Tallapoosa River and sealed the
the
destiny of
same
the Kowaliga
power
community.
company, chop, that been there
When
the
10
whole
years later, the
time.
water
Talk
began
to
to
me.
fill the creek and form Lake Martin, Kowaliga
I just
Industrial
want
and
to know.
Academic
I
Institute
think they
closed
had
its
something to do
doors.
with that man there.
The community of thriving black people ceased to exist. Almost a century later, thousands of people passed the Kowaliga Bridge on Lake Martin, unaware that beneath them, the remains of the
Is the
picturesque
whole
village,
town.
a community of black people who strive to build themselves a life
That's what it
worthy of
look
man.
like
I
right now,
gotta have
y'all.
something for your
For more
mom.
That
videos on the most
is
amazing
the
forgotten
city of
parts of our
Kowaliga,
history,
what you see right
be
now.
sure to subscribe to
Under
the
the
Intrigued
wall.
Mind channel, like the video, and leave your suggestions in the comments below.
Yeah, Reese.
What are you?
Yeah,
Put it?
Didi.
We'll leave it right there.
Straight stolen. Shout out to Intrigued Minds. I hope you don't mind us using your video, but I just wanted to show and shine light, to the people on that. Fair use.
I really think
Yeah,
we need
man.
to start
You could take it.
investing
You could take it
and
down,
going
Chuck.
scuba diving. I think we need to start going diving some of these towns and see what we could bring back.
It's a whole
'Cause,
town under there.
It's a
The town's
whole
still there.
town.
It just
A whole town of people. All they did
it's
was
still there.
blow the dam, flood the town, and then build a power plant around it. These people been on some fucked up shit, bro. Pardon my blunt talk. Pardon my blunt talk. But they've been on some jacked up stuff for so long, bro. Like, how you get mad because the same people that were slaves doing better than you? You taught us how to do better, right? Even though you wasn't doing none of the work. Look, you wasn't doing none of the work. You didn't know how to grow nothing, right? But you so-called taught us. Man, come on, man. Get out of here. Them people already knew what they was doing. And I like the fact that he said in one of the parts of the video,
they say this man ran from slavery and did. They say he ran from slavery and did all that after he ran from slavery, though.
I know. Look, did y'all notice?
Did you hear that?
Amazing. They were bringing in other blacks from other villages. I didn't know blacks lived in villages.
He was moving and shaking.
I thought
went
they
to
lived
Frisk
in other cities,
University. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Moves was being made.
That's just the epitome
the power of the people, bro.
To show you, but see, the thing is, have we heard those stories coming up as kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, we probably would definitely have a different outlook on the whole, what we can and can't do, bro. You see what I'm saying?
What
like,
they
that
showing
man
us, there was nothing
goddamn
you
built
couldn't do.
America,
you could
nigga.
do everything.
America, nigga. A whole sector.
The fuck? He made sure shit could get to out the country. That's major.
Thank you,
bro. If anything we should take away from this is the fact that they are actually saying in today's time as well as yesterday's time, you were the people who could overcome any and everything with just a little ingenuity
and some hard work. 50 cents
Oh, you
for every ton, and you saved up $100 and was able to buy how much
what?
land that had resources on every single part of it? Man, come on, get out of here. Ain't no such
Bro,
thing.
his patience, bro. I think it's his patience, bro.
They call
Do
that
you,
having the
man?
patience of Job.
Bro, they burnt my school down, bro.
So I'm gonna build it again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say if I can just some bit again. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. Ain't no gonna hold me down. Oh no. Like on that type of
I
shit.
got to keep on schooling. Ain't no moving, schooling.
Why is
Keep
these people
schooling,
even
please.
fucking with them people? Why is these people even coming in there burning people's schools though? Let me ask y'all that.
Jealousy,
What's
bro.
up with that
I
shit?
believe it's jealousy. The people you thought were dumb and uneducated, uncivilized beasts showed you better than they could tell you.
I
Son,
mean,
that's
no
major. Like
retribution though.
that's
Like no, you
major.
don't go do
Like
nothing. You don't go find out
more
who go do it.
than
You don't. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I
uh.
say the patience of this man, bruh, is I think
I think
is
it's
if I could take
more
something
like
from him, it's a very mixed. It's a very mixed story. You know how I'm looking at it. It's versus how they want to tell it and versus what really happened. Because a lot of that shit really happened, but the way they want to tell it, a nigga got to come from slavery.
That's what I'm
Here's
saying,
my
son.
thing.
Like, why
Why
is our
nobody
greatest
never
people Martin Luther King and whoever? I mean, you know, respect to the people too. You know, I'm not, you know, downplaying nothing he did or whatever like that.
Of
I'm
course,
just
of course.
saying, like, my fucking hero would have been this man.
Right. Why do we not ever hear
why he ain't
about
on the
these
wall?
other types of people?
You think that
We
man
never hear
kids
about
was
them.
going straight to Atlantis? It's crazy that we just talking about that one, but it's so many other ones that shit happening too. We gotta think like they really came through this
That was
bitch
so.
and
Thank you. It's though it
you
does
know,
sound more strategic, like I was talking about. It just seemed like a strategic move that these people made, bruh. This form of government, made a strategic decision to actually build dams and flood out these goddamn areas, though. Because it happened all
because they
over
knew.
the whole United States, just like they do the news. It happened everywhere. Like that's what Sacramento is. The whole city of Sacramento. Like they dug that up. Like that shit underwater, like New Orleans on some shit. On some sea level type shit. But
You know what it another thing that is kind of weird is the fact that they do that when they know that these towns are getting bigger and more prosperous
look,
than the
the
towns they
man
in.
built it. The man found a swampy area and build that area up from that swampy area. Like that's you talking about from the root, you talking about bootstraps or from the ground up. That's literal, dog. Like that's as literal as possible as you gonna get. And like Chop said, it got to the point where this man is importing and exporting with the trains. Man, he got
Right.
his own movement. He talking about Marcus Garvey. This nigga got the trains up and running right
And notice what he said. One of his
here. Nigga talking
white
about a ship.
Cana-
This nigga here right here.
two of his
Man,
friends from college, white and
during
Canadian, right?
during segregation, right? Wasn't it during segregation, but slavery was over, as they say, right? At this time.
Uh-huh.
That means you had thriving black areas, yo. So when they tell a
Long before.
story, they make it seem as if, oh, we was fucked up because we came out of slavery, so-called, and made these bad decisions about ourselves. No, no. And just had to work for people and shit. No.
These people was working with each other. working
Some
with
niggas
each
want
other.
to. Some people just want to work. In them areas. Some people took the bait and went there and did that. I'm not saying nobody didn't do it. You saw a lot of it happening, but a lot of these people was business owners too as well. And white folks was taking advantage of the people business. You know what I'm saying? We got to remember, man, we created a lot of the things as a people. A lot of stuff came, from melanated people, as we could put it. But, hey, I digress. If I could do what you call them, but I'm cool, chap. You could take it from now, homie. That's my what you call them. I'll come with a cut the grass next week, y'all. I had my little segment, cut your own grass.
Well, I
want to
got
talk
this. Go
about
with your clip right here.
the game and him
Wait,
letting
is this it?
his 12-year-old daughter wear that dress. I want to know what y'all thought about that. She wore a minute dress at the party and shit. I want to know what y'all thought about that. But I'll come with something next week for y'all, definitely.
In
Because this
Broken
kind of
Arrow, Oklahoma, there lies a cemetery for Creek Indian freedmen, the tribe's former black slaves. It's neglected and becoming a dumping ground.
Yes, this is one of the Benjamins.
When
shout out
Rhonda
to Al
Grayson first heard about
Jazara.
it, she didn't get very
That's
far
the
in
other
her
new
inquiries
channel I'm
about
telling y'all about. Mute your background, fellas.
Who owned this plot of land.
And when I received the second call, I said, this is the ancestors calling us, and we have to do something.
Not only did she find the owner, she managed to acquire the land on behalf of the Creek Indian freedmen. Now she's begun work on restoration and an accounting of who's buried here.
Now, this is Rebecca Johnson, born July 4th on Independence Day, 1865.
At the recent commemorations for the centenary of the Tulsa Race Massacre, Black Native Americans are a strong presence. And as with the massacre of 1921, many in the US and elsewhere aren't even aware of their existence. Some Native American tribes long accepted Black members. But in what's now Oklahoma, white settlers judged the tribes civilized because not only did they assimilate with the newcomers in dress and religion, but also in the adoption of Black chattel slavery. After the Civil War, the tribal nations abolished slavery as part of treaties signed with the federal government in 1866. Former slaves would be fully integrated and now known as freedmen. And there was full integration and intermarriage. Negus Chotu Perryman even served as the principal chief of the Creek Nation between 1887 and 1895.
We know that America Cohee was born in 1888. She is an original enrollee of the Muskogee Creek Nation.
Rhonda Grayson's great-grandmother lived her whole life as a member of the Muskogee Creek tribe. But then in 1979, the Creek passed new laws decreeing that freedmen were no longer tribal members. The other tribes followed. Freedmen would lose their tribal voting rights as well as their housing, health, and other benefits.
Everyone should be outraged that this could happen in 1979.
Tribes argued it was an expression of their sovereignty. An 1866 treaty with the US government should not be the final say on who was a member of their tribes. They should be.
Sovereignty is fine, but sovereignty does not give you the right to discriminate against a people, and that's essentially what's happening.
Grayson, who's been leading efforts to overturn the new laws, sees other motivations.
It's about greed and it's about racism is the core of the entire issue. That's it.
Efforts to pressure the tribes to reverse their exclusionary policies have been successful in the courts. In 2017, the Cherokee Nation was forced to abandon plans to expel its freedmen.
Cherokees are people, and unfortunately in this world, there's still people who are racist. I think the vast majority of Cherokees are not.
The U.S. Congress is getting involved, threatening to withhold funding if other tribes don't reverse course. And it seems to be working. Some say they will open a dialogue on the issue. But it is fraught.
Open a dialogue, Chop. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They know all that information, Chop. But look how they talk about
However,
it.
since a Supreme Court ruling in 2020, the tribe's arguments for excluding freedmen have become shakier. The Muskogee Creek tribe argued for autonomy from
man, get y'all silly ass on that
the
man
federal
shit, man.
government. It's
Y'all got the information. Y'all know what y'all did, man. That's what I'm talking about with that
and the
paperwork.
tribe won. But it's
They know what
that
they did.
same treaty that gave freedmen full rights as tribal members.
Bioma Edwards.
The Creek are Grayson's tribe, and she's determined that freedmen
Calling
members,
people
both
all
living
type of shit,
and
man, and taking their
will
shit,
soon
bro.
be able to reclaim their identity. Shiebertansi Al.
Yeah, though. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
Yeah,
they
it
got
was
the
perfect.
information, bro. And y'all seen them people? They ain't look like no motherfucking engines. They ain't had no. I
They
mean,
ain't
not
look nothing
saying they
like the
don't
president
have
they
some of
showed.
them. Come on,
The
bro.
people they
Nothing like
talking
the
about didn't look
president.
nothing like the president of the shit.
The
That's what I'm
man broke
talking
the
about.
shit
Like,
down, bro.
that's
One
a
of the
part of the problem.
freedmen had broke the shit down. Like he said, it was a treaty between them because the Indians used to have slaves too. I ain't find that video, but I'm telling y'all that's how it go or whatever. Like they had slaves too. You could look it up and see the Indians, them tribes, the
Look
Cherokees,
up
the
white
Creek,
cargo.
they had slaves too, bro. Everybody had slaves in that time when that type of shit was going on or whatever. But they don't tell you that. They only tell you the part about when we was enslaved or whatever. But it is their history. And it's not ours. So with that being said, we already know like I mean, it just is what it is, dog. It's good that we got receipts too. I don't know if they're gonna
If you
take the
Pope
video
and
down
you
because they do that
came
kind of
here
shit when
off of a
we
boat,
expose shit like that.
you was a slave. If you were a prisoner of war from a white man from a cave, then you probably was a slave. If you was an Indian, but now they call you black, guess what, Jack? Your people probably was a slave. These motherfuckers is a fool. You know what I'm saying? They went past the treaties. They, you know how when you say, I'm gonna make a deal with you, the motherfucker cross their hands behind the back. You ever seen the cartoons cross their hand behind their back? Cross their
Yeah.
fingers.
Cross their fingers
You
behind
cross
their
their
back.
fingers behind
Yeah,
their back.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where that come from,
I'm looking
y'all.
for my video, yo.
Doing
All right,
fucked up
excuse me
treaties.
one more time,
Lying
y'all.
to
Excuse me one more time.
Take your
but go ahead.
time. You ain't gotta keep saying that.
Yeah, you good. I pass it on. I passed the mic. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm looking for my video, bro. I had a situation. Oh, there we go. It's right there. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
ain't no 100 DD5. It ain't no. Yeah, it ain't no good. I need mine. I need mine. Where it at? Y'all ain't gonna talk about it? Or all right. So it ain't no good. Yeah.
Was this your song first? It was your song? Or
It
it's just a
wasn't-
song that
it wasn't-
sounded like it?
I recorded the song first for her,
For Beyonce.
for Beyonce, and then Detail came and worked with her. He say she didn't listen to it. He say she didn't. I don't know what happened, whatever with it. And then she didn't put it out for like 6 months, and we never know. I was like, "What she doing with the record?" He was like, "Man, let's just make another one." We made Good Morning.
I'm gonna pause it right there because I want people to see that he came up with this whole idea. See what I'm saying? Remember, one of the things they always say is write things down. We just was looking at all the legislation and the things that by them writing things down, now you know things or whatever. So with that being said, this is his idea. He came up with this shit. They called him in to do this. He writes songs like Babyface and all the rest of them people or whatever. For people that don't know, I just want to show you it. And we just using the music game, but we just heard about John Benson and his thing, and we just heard about the Indians and all this. How the man literally said the white Indian. Like how the fuck they could adopt the white people and not adopt the blacks? But anyway,
Them laws are fool when you could switch and well, not the law, the legislation. Now when you could switch and mangle them motherfuckers to how you want it to be.
the bill they
First of
just
all,
did is
why
4,000
they
pages.
still calling them white people Indians when they was
Who is
given the
reading?
option, right? Weren't they given the option to be called Indian or Negro or Indian or be called Indian or
That's a
whatever
good point.
they were when they was coming over here? So
Why
they
you
was to be
just couldn't
called
call
Native
them Creek
American?
or you Seminole or whatever they was already? Because they was mingling. You're not about to act like they, they wasn't having sex and shit, and they ain't have
But see,
kids.
the thing I'm looking at is this, dude. Why are we still? Because remember, we talked about this once before. If the people who were exploring when they were traveling about the world, and we already know that there were already people of color, black people of color on these lands already. Why are we still believing that the so-called Indians that they are talking about are
It's
the real
white.
Indians? Thank you. So why do we keep believing that when we already know our people were here first? You can't come to a land that's already found with people on it and people of color because you put it in writing. You had the people write the stuff down. You had the people draw the pictures of the people that were already on the land from when they came. So why are we still believing that these people who are so-called Native Americans were white? They're not. They only got that
Manifest Destiny.
opportunity.
You remember Manifest Destiny?
You might have to refresh my memory, brother.
That was the push of them lying about all these acres and acres of land they had for cheap.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it was a big, a big as
We'll give
they
you this
say,
land. Oh,
as
you
Umar
know
would say, no,
what?
as a big European push. They sent that hit out already. You see what I'm saying? To tell people to come over here. They got all this amazing land over here just free. They ain't for nobody. They was lying.
Like they could
You know
just
what?
come take your shit, bruh.
It was a scam. You see what I'm
And like
saying?
people don't know,
Basically, it
like
was a
I don't
scam.
think like see as
And
that's
these
even
people
as a
made,
kid, like
hundreds and thousands of dollars. Go ahead, Chuck.
did we know that there are still countries that they can't go over there and fuck with at all? They wasn't teaching us
Because the
about
people gonna
Haiti
kill her.
and the man fucking right. You step on this fucking land, your ass gonna die.
What you say? I'm gonna kill your ass. You the dog.
What he said?
They just matter of fact,
He
they just had
said,
a video like that on the
"You the
on the
motherfucking
short,
dog."
on the YouTube short. They were talking about that, man, where they got a land somewhere over seas, and the land is still inhabited by the tribal people of the land. And it was like,
That's right.
yeah, them
That's
people was
right. They
coming
better
over
not.
here.
They'll
They
eat
was
they
killing.
motherfucking ass.
They was killing the.
Come on,
They was
man.
killing
Go
And I'm
the
gonna
chopping
give
his
him some
shit
deer,
Tony
down,
the
though.
Sashrin.
pigs,
I'm gonna
and all
drop
kind of
Tony
stuff.
Yeah.
Sashrin for him too.
You about to
Yeah,
put
man,
your ass in a pot and bury you with some crabs and whatever the fuck else they didn't found on their fucking
the new white meat.
And a few more records during that time. The Drunken Love just came out of nowhere, and it put. I was gonna put my album. If I would have put my album out in November, she wouldn't been able to put Drunken Love out. So it worked out for her.
Did you get credit for that?
So that let you know too, he knew the business. So what happened? What happened to the Indians? What happened to the slaves? They trusted somebody. He went on he knew what he had to do because he said it. I could have dropped that shit and she couldn't have done nothing.
I'm gonna go. So it must have was already a connection or relationship between not only him and Beyonce, but the people he was doing work with between those two. Anyway, it's like he was
Exactly, because he
already
brought
doing it. Like you
detail
saying,
up. He
Chuck, he
said
was a
he talking
songwriter and
about
shit.
detail. Detail
He
was
was
the
already in business with
yeah.
niggas. He just
Fucking
ain't naming their ass.
He said detail. He said detail. Because detail was slick about it. He was like, yeah, oh, come on, we just gonna work on something else.
Right.
What you
Don't
mean we
worry
gonna work
about
on
that. This
something
will be
else? Nigga,
something
I
else.
just gave this song
After
to Jay-Z and well, I can't say Jay-Z. I just gave this song to Beyonce, nigga. The fuck?
and
I
what's
just gave this
crazy
song
about
to
it is
Beyonce.
the same
What you
dude that
mean
he
we gonna
talking
work on
about.
something else, nigga? What did Beyonce say, my nigga?
That's why I felt like he should have questioned.
And he not
What
only
you
that
said his
because
name
he's like he
was?
say I push my joint back just to get this shit rolling like in some type of way. We already it sounds like something was set up already, Chop, with that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Yeah.
yeah, from here, it sounds like something was already set up for him to even want to do that, right? Why would I want to set my shit back? Like I'm going a little too far. I'm not only trusting Beyonce. I'm a part of something that's supposed to be happening. So I'm a do this instead of doing this. Like
Exactly.
that's like it's you know I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just from
No, that's what
Nah,
it
I don't think
is,
you
man.
wrong, bro.
Because guess what? Why would you say, let me wait to see what the fuck Beyonce gonna say?
yeah.
You need to be trying to see what
My album
Beyonce
and all that.
says.
Yeah, it's weird.
And
Yeah,
fuck
it is
that
weird.
nigga. Like, that's a big check right there. I'm trying to, man, what she said, nigga. Like, I just gave her a song. Like, what's up with that? Like, I'm trying to see
Yeah, because
what's up.
it does sound like something was established already. That's why I would only me personally. That's why I would think about it like that. Like it must be some type of money was on the table or something. I'm thinking.
It's a fucked up game, though,
That's what
Slim, because
exactly it
as an
sounded like.
artist and a songwriter or a producer, your work is always out there for people to take straight up. Like your shit just send me some beats, son. You've been and sent them bitches and done nothing with it for 2 years, and before you know it, hit nigga coming out with the same song you didn't sent you didn't did the beat already. But he didn't flipped it a little
Did the
bit and
beat,
took
wrote the
your shit.
lyrics, the hook, and everything.
That's fucked up. Oh,
See what I'm
that's fucked.
saying? Like it's a game. Like they do that.
Right.
And nowadays, most people won't even fuck with you if you don't send them nothing for free anyway.
To go off, yeah.
But it is what it is, though. Let's get back.
Yeah.
Let me see. It's a fucked up world, bro. I know it sounds fucked up, but we see how, and this is what I want to say too.
Learning how to
Future,
play. I'm gonna say it
know.
like that, child. Learning how to play. Learning how to play the game. I
I
ain't gonna
don't know
say,
how old Future is.
fuck.
You know
It
what
ain't
I'm
that fucked up.
saying?
Like I think that's your point. Really, learning how to play the game,
Yeah,
right?
just learn how to play. You
Just
know,
look at
you
these
can't
moves.
trust these bitches. You gotta still have your.
Can I get a hand clap?
Gotta be like, yeah, bro. Hold on, I gotta switch it. I'm sorry, I'm switching back and forth. Damn. That's why I gotta give me I gotta put this shit on another screen, bro.
You can see you can't trust these bitches.
You just can't trust them, bro.
It could be a poetic corner.
Yeah, bro. You can't, bro. You can't trust them. You can't. Just don't deal with them bitches. You do not need them. We know now they had black people. All the schools we started. We just was talking about how the black dude helped start J State. Wasn't we talking about that? I don't know, bro. People gotta pay attention, bro. For real, bro.
Yes, sir.
The truth coming to the light, bro.
I did drunk enough.
People are instrumental when we think they wasn't.
Not gonna be a lawsuit here or anything, maybe.
Nah, man. No lawsuit, no bitterness, and nothing, man. Like I said, I don't get into that. Like, I don't do it for that, man. I got hits for real. That's not my last song.
What happened with this drunken love song?
I'm off that vodka, ain't no telling what a wild nigga thinking, what he thinking, yeah. Ain't no thoughts, baby, all I know is I won't judge you, no,
So that means Detail had the beat already. So that's what made the beat. Detail. He made the beat.
Detail sent that beat to Beyonce.
He sent that beat to Beyonce. Yeah, look, she could not come up nothing with it. That nigga said, "Man, look, I'm gonna get Future to write something to that bit." You heard me? Boom.
Crossways and crisscrossing and shit. You ever seen a motherfucker flip flop on? You gotta get that pops on here, man. Flip flopping this and shit. You ever seen a motherfucker flip flop on? Because it sound like, yeah, bro. Niggas was just like you said, throwing that shit out there and see what stick.
We gotta stop. We gotta.
But then use
bro.
Future to make it stick for certain people. He made that motherfucker stick. He put 2 and 2 together. Or you think so? Or how you think it went? Because they had to hear Future version of it. He had to
Well,
sing
see,
"Drunk in Love" for her to even know the song, right? Drunk in
well,
love. He got to sing it in tenor, but she just changed to her tone, right?
Man, that's the listen to this shit, bro.
I'm just saying.
Baby, I won't judge you. Ain't no police around here, baby, I won't judge you. I'm off
Now
that
think about him
vodka, ain't
singing
no
it in that
telling what
tone.
a
That's what I'm
wild
saying.
nigga thinking.
He could sing "Drunk in Love" in that tone.
See, all right, this is me showing y'all. This is
You heard
from
the beat?
the copyright thing. I'm gonna pause it right quick so we can see this
That's a good
for the
point right here,
people.
Tim. Good point, Blair.
It's so we could see, like, so people will knowing you don't be confused and you know why things happen, bro. Look at this shit. It's 5 things you cannot copyright. Damn, that's fucked up. You can't copyright a system idea, systems, because that mean they the only ones that can copyright that shit. But it's right there, like you can see the control of it. So you can't copyright no ideas. You can't patent no ideas. I don't think we're gonna get to that clip or whatever. But just so y'all could see it, and every clip y'all see today gonna come from either the copyright.gov website or LegalZoom.
one of y'all cameras flipping in and out.
Comment on the post that includes items that are considered common property. Look, even choreography, like you can't no dances. Look at that shit. Names, titles, short phrases, or expressions like that's fucked up, bro. No, sir. You can't.
She stole my
That's
dance
all this
move.
fashion. That's why this is the reason they give you for why ideas can't be copyrighted. You see it right here. Ideas cannot be copyrighted because they are not fixed into a tangible medium of expression. Like, fuck
For
all
a
that
work to be
shit.
copyrighted, it has to be written
You
down
know
and
that's
saved to
your
a hard
shit.
drive or somehow otherwise fixed. Ah, so if you do come up with a system, which is an idea, you have to have it written down.
Patent, sign, what they call
Because
that
look,
shit?
it says for a work to be copyrighted, it
Notarized.
has to be written down, saved to a hard drive, or somehow otherwise fixed. So say you come up with a design for a computer system. You already have to have that wrote down. Now, mind you, it's an idea,
Right.
right?
Right.
But it's a computer system. So in order for that to work, you have to have it written down and saved to a hard drive or somehow otherwise fixed, meaning
Because
Yeah.
that
some
hard
type of
drive is
tangible
like
evidence.
what it is,
Right.
what they always go do
So you
with
so
what
round so if I was Future, I'd be mad at my DJ then, huh? Because
my
he the one got the
producer.
hard drive to even let
Come
Beyonce.
on, man. Come on,
Exactly.
man. Come on. He got the records. He know what he did. He saved
It
it. Once
said
he
right
saved
here,
it on that
written down,
computer,
saved to a
son,
hard drive.
that's lost, son.
Yeah,
Once
that's
it's
that's
saved to
that's
that
copyright.
computer, that's lost, man.
That's fucked up.
You see what I'm saying?
Come
That's
on,
why,
son.
But not
like,
copyright.
like
You're right.
my,
Yeah, because
my people that be
Future
talking
didn't
about they want to get into the
put his
rap
name
thing,
You
on it,
could,
but
and
he
but
does have he
he
does
would have
have
an
area
argument.
to fight on some shit, but
Well,
he
he
don't
don't
have
have an
to. Yeah,
argument
he
because it's
like
the
he said
producer's
he
song.
not fuck it.
It's his song. He ain't got no
He could
argument.
fight it, but it ain't gonna.
It ain't
He
gonna
probably
matter.
did. Yeah, he probably don't win that one.
Mm-mm. He ain't gonna win, or
Because
whatever he
like I
get
said,
out of that gonna be much.
it's still the work. But looking if you're going straight by what this say right here, that is him on there. If he's
right,
not the part you
that's
was
his
playing,
shit.
like if they got a version of him singing the official "Drunk in Love," but bringing it a copy to Beyonce and letting her do it, and she redo it over in her vocals, he does have a fight, but I don't know how far it could go just looking at the ideas.
6
Because like I
months
say, the
later,
idea
bro.
can't be the idea can't be copyrighted, but if it's down on that hard drive and it's actual
It's already
tangible evidence,
all right.
yeah, it could,
That's the tangible evidence
But
right there.
I definitely get what
All
you're saying.
all that is already.
That shit got to be together.
That shit gotta be the like they gonna get our ass or get whoever ass. You see what I'm saying? Like them bitches slick. Shit. Them bitches ain't slick though. They trying to get us. They don't want us to have nothing. They took John Benson every motherfucking thing, son. Took all that man shit.
And see, that's why Neo said, "Bitch, I wrote that."
Come on, man. Telling you, son.
I was inviting her. That nigga sung the whole song.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga sung the song. Nigga. Damn. That shit. But you know, a lot of them get the songwriter props though, chap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them get songwriter props.
That kind of go into what me and you were talking about the other day while I was on
Drew the copyright.
You gotta start writing our ideas down.
Look, all right, now look, here we go. How do you legally protect an idea about patents? See that? That's how you protect your ideas. That's what they did.
Let's see. According to a statute, any person who invents or discovers any new and useful process, machine, manufacture, or composition of matter, or any new and useful improvement thereof, may obtain a patent from the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. To protect your invention, you must apply for a patent. This was updated, October 31st, 2022.
See, it's like and that's a big major thing right there. People don't pay attention to it. They change this shit every year. When you get an LLC, it's somebody you appoint, and I forgot who it is, but it's somebody you appoint that get all your mail and let you know about all the changes and shit because shit changed so much. That's just like they just passed out a 4,000 page bill for us not to lose the government or whatever the fuck or whatever they do that shit every year. They gotta pay them money to govern us. But anyway, in that bill, it's a bunch of shit that they put in there. They got something about Donald Trump, like they just ripped the shit all the way out and everything. But that's how they people I know people that heard the phrase pencil whip. I know y'all done heard that phrase before.
Yeah, pencil whipping.
Man, that's all they doing, son. Pencil whipping the fuck out.
Here's another phrase if y'all don't remember this one. The pen is mightier than the sword.
I ain't like that one.
Fuck.
BLUNTTALK want to welcome all the people in the building, in the session with us. Y'all just tuning in, man. Y'all missed the goddamn show. Y'all gonna have to catch us on the replay. Chop breaking the whole situation down. Last segment.
Wait. There we go. This the register.
Appreciate y'all if y'all here. Hit the like button.
The copyright for musical compositions. The following, he knew what he had to do, bro. I'm just showing y'all that he, this is information that was there already. He knew this shit already. He just ain't fuck with it because he like, that's my fucking people. And I ain't about to, man, Beyonce ain't tripping on me like that, man. Fuck, that's Beyonce. I got it. I'm Future. He just, I mean, but that's how that
so
shit
people
go.
had a problem. I mean, people thought he got gypped and all that. You saying like when people had a problem
Yeah,
with him?
but that's how that goes.
Okay.
So that's just like with Babyface or whatever. And son, I heard that boy
Because it just looked like he
interview
turned it up to
on
business to me. But we just my
yeah,
bad,
it
y'all.
is. I heard Babyface shit on whatever the name of that damn podcast was. But he basically was saying like he wrote all Tevin Campbell shit and everything. Son, like that nigga
Okay.
a super fucking genius.
Come on,
Like
man. Smokey
like
Robinson,
ain't
bro.
no
That's how I be
motherfucking way in
looking.
the world.
Yeah, man.
All that music like that, but you gotta think about it. Tevin Campbell was a kid and he wasn't coming up with them songs. Shit.
You already know.
Quincy Jones, them, and you know all them. You know, I Quincy got into some bad shit. I think I don't know.
Yeah,
I got
man.
to do my research.
Babyface was another songwriter.
Yeah,
Quincy
that
was
nigga.
out there fucking people, man.
Oh Lord.
That what is Dallas Austin? I ain't even catch that one. That was shit. I was trying to think of something right. Dallas Austin, man. I'm with you on that shit.
If you want me to say it again, I'll say it again.
Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me.
Whitehead. You gotta go lead on Whitehead, bro.
Man, he fight for his life. You know, he talking about Quincy now. He talking about Quincy.
No, I just said it because you played the clip. That's Whitehead today. Yeah, every time you play
Why
that,
them
Whitehead
niggas got? Why all the pastors got compound names for last names? That's retarded.
Whitehead just gonna keep reminding us that he didn't do this shit.
He got two
wasn't
last
robbing
names.
the fucking people. Got 3 people in the church with a $50,000 suit on. You'll get your silly ass. You'll get your silly ass. The fuck the jail, sir. And get them people back their money with interest.
Chill, Omar looking ass down somewhere, nigga. That man.
On the real, that nigga. Yeah, my bad, chop, bro. Back to
all right, bro. I'm
saying, bro.
But you know, I'm just showing y'all this shit. I probably could just let that bitch play all the way through. If it start playing, it's not playing. Yeah, this shit.
Well, the music not playing, but the video was rolling.
All right, that's kind of good.
Oh yeah, you talking about the Future video? Huh? Yeah, he ain't show up yet.
Oh no, I stopped the music. The clip played through. It's just so I just needed this for because like I was saying, everything came from the copyright.gov. I just wanted everybody to see, where I got everything from. Whereas that see, it's showing you everything, how much per song and shit, everything. I just wanted because this all he had to do to
$35.
It's all he had to do to just be in charge of.
So hold up, that's $130.
That's what I said. He was already writing for him.
$130 though. Am I seeing that right?
His goof ass.
Is my mathematics?
His goof ass supposed to do the credit on his own instead of
songwriter royalties. Hold up, wait. Okay, songwriter royalties. Songwriter with the copyright protection for their work retain exclusive rights to distribute, perform, or produce their music. If anyone wants to do anything with your song, they need to come to you for your permission.
So who got the control? The songwriter or the producer?
The songwriter.
Oh, all right. I'm just saying.
Damn.
He wrote the song.
Right. That's what I'm like.
You get your goddamn paperwork.
Just saying, bro.
Bro, that dude should have did that, bro.
People, I had a little time on my hands, so I just broke this all the way down for y'all.
Man, she could have that #1 hit, man. That man
I had a little time on my hands, so I had to break it all the way down.
Yo, hey,
nigga drop a mixtape every 2 weeks, man.
Man, every 2 weeks.
You sitting up here talking about you got hits for real. That Drunken Love song by Beyonce. Every time a bitch go through a breakup with her old man and that song come on, that song gonna be a hit.
Yeah, it was perfect for her.
How you look at it?
I think that was the whole motive, though, too.
Like, right, but look at it. You gave up, like you literally gave up a multi-million-dollar song for the rest of his life. You see what I'm saying? Like, how many songs we listened to from back in the day that still correlate to what's going on today. As a general
Look
rule,
that
for
right
works
there.
created after
I
January
guess he ain't
1st,
feel like it like that, P. I guess he
copyright
wasn't worried about
protection
that shit
lasts
like that.
for the life, for the life of the author plus an additional 70 years. So how young are you, Future?
So listen.
If you
That
pass it
means
on.
for as long as you live, plus another 70 years, your
So
shit
you could
jumps
live to be 100.
2 generations. That song in they family for 2 generations.
That's
So
the
that's
Think
when,
about it. You could live to be 100.
when
And
what you call them
still
have kids.
touch that
That's
song.
when
Plus, even
what
after
their
you
little daughter
die
name
70
is?
years.
What their
I
daughter
don't know
name
their
is?
daughter. I don't know
First
the
daughter,
name.
Jay-Z and
Miracle or
Beyonce
something? Oh no, I
Blue.
thought you were talking about Future and Sierra.
Blue.
My bad.
Yeah,
Blue.
Blue will have that. That's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She'll
Blue
be able
gonna have that money.
to get that to her kid. That like you showing me, like for life plus more 70 more. You're gonna have the grandkids gonna have to re-up on that and and redo
Come on,
the
man.
paperwork. It's gonna be about that time. Yeah,
It's
that
gonna
money
be about that time. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be about that time. The grandkids are going to be trying to see if they're going to what
They're gonna have to re-up in them 70. Yeah. So
if you notice a lot of old songs now y'all know too. Now I'm giving y'all another secret. You notice everybody sample the same song in the same year. They got all them different versions of the same song because them copyrights come off, and it's like free season on them. People know, the people that know, they know which ones it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they probably already got a whole list of that shit just sitting there already. But they know when them things fall off, them copyrights and shit fall off. Future just sold a bunch of his music, a bunch of his royalties and shit. He just
I
did
don't
that
get
shit.
why people be giving this shit up. But of course, with the
bro,
stuff we've been finding out happening in the music industry and how motherfuckers is mysteriously dying and shit.
Mysterious ain't nothing.
You want the ends
That
now
is
for
not mysterious.
Well, no. We not the natural death. We talking about these deaths of motherfuckers that was alive and kicking 2 days ago and mysteriously they were found dead in their apartment. no death or nothing.
Hotel. That made me
Found
think
dead.
about that boy Twitch from Ellen when you said that.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
They found
So
him in a hotel.
Dudes be in line to get shit, bro, and their time be coming, and they wind up mysteriously, like P. Dusty. Oh, Paul Walker
was
just
just
died.
dancing and all that. I said,
Come on, man.
Crazy, man. But
Paul
they was
Walker
all he's
owned
saying is
probably,
like you
you know,
never
he
know what
owned
people
all
going
that.
through.
Yeah.
Ain't
that
nobody
too.
never told us nothing. Y'all be steady putting the man on TV to dance every motherfucking week. Why you ain't never say nothing?
Why
Ellen,
y'all
you
never
didn't know?
asked?
Thank you. All of a sudden, because remember, we done already uncovered some of the truth about some of the shit that was going on with Ellen in the first place. Now, who's to say he wasn't tied up in that? And think about it. This man just had
that
a baby.
covered up too.
Yeah,
Don't start talking about Ellen,
conspiracy
bro.
theory. I know,
'Cause
right?
see, if you start talking
They
about
choked all
Ellen,
that up to a theory.
then you got to start talking about the children. And then if you talk about the children, then we got to talk about Balenciaga partnering with Disney, bro. We ain't going to, but.
Man, I seen
Disney,
the pictures.
The person that owns
They partnering with
Balenciaga,
Disney, bro.
they own
I'm
Gucci.
bring that next week, chop on your segment.
The person that owns Balenciaga owns
I
Gucci.
would try to break that.
Gotta be broke down.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I like Ricky. I hope everybody, for the people, I hope y'all got the information and y'all seen, bro. That's what happened, bro. That's all the way
You gotta
down.
keep your eye on the prize. Pay that little $130.
The comedian today got killed in Ross's car.
That's what we do, people. Hey, that's what we
doing New Orleans hood history, and he be saying, "Let me come stress you out right
we
quick."
got
and he be like New Orleans hood history.
we got
And
smoke.
he
We
be
got
talking about
smoke.
like food store
Yeah,
and
what is
you
this?
know hood shit like back in the day.
Yeah,
Like
Red
you know what?
Stew.
that old man.
He not old, but
So,
yeah, they killed him today in Ross's.
Now look at here.
yeah, man. Definitely in the building.
Hey man,
Close it out, P.
we
You already know what time it is, though. About to close this one out, man.
thank y'all
Last
to the
words
people
on
in
the
the chat.
titles. Yeah,
Last
go ahead, hit them
words.
off. What's your last words for your titles?
My first since I went first this week.
Yeah,
Pardon me,
Crooked Bishop, Whitehead.
Mr. Whitehead. Get them people they shit, boy. Go sit your ass down for a nigga pop that pimple on you. Pop that Whitehead.
Drowning of Kowaliga.
Drowning in the Kowaliga.
The drowning of that,
bro.
Drowning of
they come to
Kowaliga.
your
Yeah,
town?
the tragedy that happened in Kowaliga.
When you
Drowning
see
of
them
that
people
city,
coming
yeah.
down, when you see the people coming down the road, send a road sign, a flare, or something, whistle, do something. Let the people know they're coming, man, because you know what they're coming to do. At least you stand a better chance if you're trying to get away from them, you know? Business is business. Pay the $130 and save yourself the time. Copyright your shit. Patent your shit. Do everything you gotta do. And those are my final goals.
Chop track.
Yeah, bro. I just want
Bishop Whitehead. What you got for Bishop Whitehead?
Bishop Whitehead, bro.
Yeah.
Let me get him back in here. See if he
Bishop Whitehead, right?
Hey,
Right
hold up,
quick.
raise your hand. Hold your hand up, Mr. Whitehead.
Whitehead, hold your hand up.
They calling down. Damn.
Whitehead.
He calling too? Look, that must be.
Whitehead, bro. I know you mad, bro. I know you mad. My bad, bro. I got you, though. I'm about to get you back in here.
Y'all quit playing.
I got you.
Quit playing.
That's
See, that's
future
the problem. You stupid and you was playing. You was playing with them fucking people money and they came got your dumb ass. Why did you think you can rob yourself and nobody gonna figure it out?
You the dog, motherfucker.
Because ain't no way your dumb ass set up that.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way you set up there and did that shit, son. I just can't get past them, bro. But
tragedy of the town, Kowaliga. What you think about
the
that segment?
Kowaliga thing, bro, it's so sad, bro, because we don't know that. We don't know their history. You know what I'm saying? We can't.
And I would be very proud. Yeah, I would. That would be a good lift to a lot of things. But I think they did that for a reason too.
Though, if that shit really was, if we knew that, it's a lot of things we'll do. We'll do a lot of things, and we could teach our kids do a lot of things. But they only teach us that we could be workers. You know what I'm saying? Like we thinking of, oh, the white man invented the railroad.
Motherfuckers just building tracks and the train. Fuck you talking about, man?
Fucking white man invent shit, bitch. They took everything. And we realized
they used it. Yeah, they let you drive.
We realized that,
yours,
nigga. Yeah, man. Let me use that bit. Let me use this your bike, man, chick. Man, let me ride your bike, now.
It's my side bike now, punk. First come, first served. Business is business on your segment, homie. Last words on your segment.
Fuck all my segments, son. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I just want people to take the business part of it serious, because as we see, you can lock your people in for 2 generations. You see what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. 2 generations. You ain't got to worry about your kids or your grandkids. All in 130 whatever dollars Pete I said it was. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want people to understand, and I want people to to get, you know what I'm saying, do that due diligence and find out what it is you need to do to keep your shit in with that paperwork, because they pencil whipping the fuck out of us. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't learn how to, use that pencil tool to whip their ass back, we're gonna be like I said, bro, $6,000 car. I cannot make this shit up. I can't do it. We seen it. It's all in black and white. It's on a government website. It's on YouTube. We seen the shit with the creek. Back to the Kamala. I mean, I said Kamala, whatever. I can't see the shit right.
Kowaliga.
But Kowaliga
Yeah.
thing with the Creek Indians and all that. People don't know that. And wait till they start researching that shit and they find out that, and they see them videos with them Creek dudes that tell them that they used to be slaves and shit with the Creeks and do it and all that shit. That's gonna fuck your head up too.
Who know they had Kowaliga Indians though, right? That's the whole thing from the first beginning of it.
It was a lot of shit going on.
It went from Kowaliga Indians to Blacktown in a matter of 2 minutes. So hey, check. It was the Indian. How in 2 minutes they went from niggas. They went from Indians. They went from Redskins to
they took them people and come on, man, took their whole they turned them into something else.
Identity. Like, think about it like that, man. That was the flip, and I hope people caught that in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go from there and work my way back to the Bishop and just give my little final ones, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to waste too much time with it. Bishop, you already know, dog. Like my dog them say, bro, they got them cell phones. My dog, really, I'm a stickler on the cell phone. Say, player, you going down, dog. Them cell phones is the ones, dog, and that's the ones you was trying to hide. They got all them transactions in it. That's why they sticklers for that, because that's what they needed. They followed your ass. So see, when that robbery happened and you did that fuck shit, and you wound up with that goddamn ring back on your finger. You act like they stole your bishop's ring, but then you had it back on your fucking finger the next week. Yeah, watching you, dog. With your stupid goof ass, and you just stole that fucking lady money. Your ass need to not only pay them people back their money, your ass need to go straight to prison, back to prison, bro. Because you're not reformed. You just got better at scamming, or matter of fact, weaker. I'ma say, because you actually use fucked up people. I'm gonna say not fuck. Excuse me. Fucked up people. That did not mean to say fucked up people. You actually use people. You fucked up, nigga. To your advantage. You use people in the church using their ways. You know what I'm saying? Of learning about Jesus and all that. You come on, man. Come on, bro. You went to the weakest point, bro. And you get no prize for that. First come, first serve, like my dog said. Like, get your business together, get your business right. If you ain't really too much worrying about it, I get it, chunk it up to the game. You just learn and experience, for people that's really into that. But if we already doing something and we communicating with each other about what's going on, and I just want song credit for it or something like that. No, you don't. It don't go like that. Like my dog said, you gotta have your people right and all that like that. I don't think Future was looking for credit. I think that was the whole thing people didn't get to while they talking shit. They're not really even listening to the man. He wasn't even worrying about the dumb ass shit. So, big smoke to the chat, man. I appreciate y'all being in the building with us once again, huh, fellas? Damn, they be sticking around.
Sir. Yeah, they be in here, bro. We held their attention, bro. I'm six feet in here, bro.
The chat was going.
Man, love y'all for.
I gotta get y'all, bro. Thank y'all.
Peter, you sound like a robot, man.
I know. Sound like he went underwater now.
Probably got a short on white real quick.
Pete out in his yoke.
Appreciate y'all being in the smoke session. We about to close it out anyway. Pete, don't even trip, bro. You know what I'm saying? However you want in this one, Chop. We out of here, man. Love y'all.
Yeah, we out, y'all, man. Peace. Good show, fellas.
I like